Are you ready for the warm weather? I am. Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to craft with Dollar Tree planters. I have a small-ish size terracotta planter that I had done a DIY with, and so you can see some leaves I painted on there. Now I'm going to take 3 different colors of paint. Of course, you can choose any colors you want. I've got the Fern chalk paint by Waverly, and then I'm just going to paint. They're meant to be like kind of little hills, I guess. It's more of a little bit of a boho type vibe, if you will, but I think it'll fit with a lot of different decors as long as you use colors that complement what you have. I could imagine this being any picture on here that you want. I just kind of went for this look because it makes me feel like that's what a planter might want to look like. I don't know. You know, this is personal taste, obviously. And then, of course, my brand new pink and purple heat tool, which I love from Amazon. Anyway, if you're looking for a new heat tool, mine broke. That's the only reason I got a new one. I'm going to take, it's kind of like a light pink color that I got. It's a folk art paint, and it's just I guess it's an acrylic paint. I got that at Walmart. And I'm just going to paint a little bit between the 2 hills and kind of go up the sides of the hills. Just, again, just whatever design you want. I saw this on a picture and I thought, oh, that was really cute. So that's why it's not like a specific thing. You could say, oh, that's in the valley, you know, of the hills, the little green hills, but whatever it is. I'm not someone who knows how to paint landscape, so I thought I'll just keep this just very, very simple and just color right above those hills. And I thought that was the easiest way for me to do this and make it look nice. And just use a smaller art brush. That way you have more control over where the paint goes and you don't accidentally paint over. Now I'm going to take this gold metallic paint. I'm going to kind of paint like, I don't know, it's like a circle, so it's going to be like a little sun, if you will. And I'm just using a round brush. It turned out that it was too thick of a bristle. So if you have a little spongy type of a round brush, you know, or a stencil plopper or whatever, I would use that. I just couldn't find one in my stash. So now I'm taking a regular brush and I'm just going to fix the circle and make it more round. So you've got the green hills, kind of the valley, and then this round sun coming up from behind it. So it could be sunrise, it could be sunset, whatever you want. You could also paint little rays. The only reason I didn't was because of those pieces at the top of the little planter. I did take a little chalk marker that was gold and I went around those indentations because I had previously put green in there and I wanted to get rid of that. So I just kind of turned it over, put the gray around there, and just try to give it an accent, the gold around there, just giving it a little bit of an accent. I also decided to add some to the very top rim. I thought that would be really pretty, just kind of tying it all together. I didn't want to get rid of all the terracotta. I like that look, so I thought this was nice. I added some rocks, and then I realized I didn't have enough to fill it up as high as I wanted, so I'm also going to use that raffia you see there. In the meantime, I've got these stems here from the Dollar Tree on a pick. I like to cut them off the pick so I can place them where I want. If you keep them on the pick, that's fine, but then they kind of stay in one place or you have to bend them around. So I'm going to add that raffia first, trim it up, and then I'm going to just start putting those in there. I decided not to use flowers this time because these leaves have that pretty pink in the center, and I thought that looked so pretty. I think a succulent would also look nice in here, or even just a couple little flowers. This is totally up to you, whatever your style is, whatever look you're going for. Honestly, I just wanted to give you some inspiration, and I do hope you like it. I love the way it turned out, so let me know what you think. I have 2 of these little teeny terracotta pots. I actually only end up using one. And then I've got these candles from the Dollar Tree, and I only use one of those as well. I thought I was going to make 2 of these, but I did end up just making the one. I'm going to use some hot glue to seal the bottom so that when we pour wax in those, it won't go right through that hole, because obviously they are planters. Now we can take that little glue off after if we want to. That was just to make sure that everything stays inside. Now I'm going to go into the kitchen. Now I thought I could do this on a not so shallow pan. So I put water, turned up the stove, put more water, and it was taking too long. So I got my Instant Pot out because it's way deeper. And there you go. Now I've got the water boiling on the saute setting. That was the best choice for this. And then I put the candles in there, and sure enough, it started melting much faster. So that was great news. This is how you can make your own candles. So I'm going to take the wick because I pulled it out of the other candle, and I'm going to put it in the bottom. And this is when I decided, I think I'm just going to make one just to show you how I did it. I really didn't need two of those little candles. So the candle is very hot from being in the boiling water, so I used a little silicone kind of like pad, and I'm just pouring the wax in while I hold up the wick. I'm also going to add some orange scented essential oil because I want this candle to have a little fragrance, and so you can do that with any one that you have, or you could just buy some fragrance, like they have liquid fragrance that you could add if you want to. I started using some tape to hold up the wick. It really wasn't working very well. So I found these two things. One's just a little wooden stick and one's one of my Cricut tools, just to kind of put up there to hold it. And then I'll put tape around that. And that way it didn't sink into the wax that was still melting. Anyway, now with this one, once it dried, we have a candle. I forgot to film. I put some rub-on transfers that I had from the Dollar Tree. These cute little ones, if you've seen them, they had like little cacti on them and lotus and different little things. So there was some in color, some in just black. So I put those around. I put 4 of them. And again, I apologize. The whole time I thought the camera was still on, and it wasn't. But you've seen rub-on transfers before, so I know you know how to do them. You just place them, rub with a stick over the top or a credit card, and then release, and the transfer will be on there. That was all there was to this one. It was so easy. You could use any container. I just decided to use these little planters. It would be cool also to put something in there that might help get rid of mosquitoes if you used it outside. Let me know what you think. I've got these 2 blue planters from Dollar Tree, and then I've got this pinwheel that I thought was so pretty. Look at those colors. It's a flower. I'm going to take off the price tags, and we're going to use both of these planters, and I'm going to attach them top to top. I'm going to use a combination of E6000 and hot glue. Now I'm going to tell you right now, because the thin border around, it's kind of messy, so I figured out a way that we could make it so you don't see that, but I really needed all that glue there to hold this together, because otherwise it would have just run right on the inside. So I'm going to go around and make sure that it's real solid, which it is now once the glue dries. I've got this styrofoam ball, and what I'm going to do is just dab on it with like a stencil brush, this pink color, because I want this to be the little head. We're making a cute little garden bug. Oh my gosh, this is going to be adorable. And so I just stuck something in it to hold it, like a screwdriver. You could use a dowel, whatever. That's just what was right in front of me. I'm also going to take my hot glue gun and push through and make a hole. And then I've also got this other dowel that I'm going to stick into the styrofoam ball and then attach that in the hole in the top. I didn't want to just glue the ball straight to the top. I felt like it needed something to steady it. So now I'm going to add the E6000 and hot glue around there, and I'm just going to place that dowel in the hole. So now the dowel runs through both the bottom of the planter and the styrofoam head. I've got these googly eyes from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to find 2 that I think look really cute. I'm using a little bit of a bigger shape. I'm going to add a little more hot glue in the back, but I'm just going to kind of push them in to the styrofoam, and then that hot glue in the back secures it. So there you are. You see the little face. And then I'm going to take the pinwheel apart with my little nippers, and you could probably use a tin snip for this as well. And I want to keep the wire in there, so I'm just carefully trying to pull out one edge of each petal at a time, and I'll trim them. I'm going to take this gorgeous ribbon from Dollar Tree. It's very like Easter spring looking, and I'm going to just put a piece all the way around that covers that glue seam, and then you won't see it at all. And I thought that would just look really, really cute. So I'm just going to glue that down, periodically as I go around the circle there. And when I get to the end, I will glue the ends down, and then she'll have a cute little costume. I don't know if this is a boy or a girl bug, but you guys can decide whatever you want yours to look like. And of course you can use any ribbon, pick any of the pinwheels that you want. I just loved these spring colors, especially it's been so cold here in southern Ohio, so I just needed this. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take 2 of those flower petals on the back, and we're going to make wings. So I'll do one kind of pushing upwards and one pushing downwards, and I'll hot glue those on, and then I'm going to cut a small piece of the ribbon and cover up the edges where I glued it. You see how I'm doing that there? I'll just make sure that's glued down really well. I'll do the exact same thing to the other side, and then our little bug's going to have wings, and I just thought this is so cute. Now, one thing I could have done in order to hold this down if it's windy outside is I could have put rocks on the inside of the bottom. I didn't think of that at the time, but there are some holes, so we could put some little stakes in the ground and kind of stick them in that way as well, or nestle it between something where it maybe wouldn't get blown around. That's up to you. I'm going to add some greenery all around the top, kind of where her neck is, just because it's an outside planter look. And then I'm going to make a cute little bow for the front. I'm just going to make a loop, hot glue it together, and then I have this other ribbon that I think I got from burlapfabric.com. And it's blue and white striped, and it's more the color blue that the planters are. So I thought I will put a piece of that in the middle and tie it on, and that becomes the center of our little bow. And I'm not going to make tails for this one. I just want this to look like a cute little bow. So it could be a little boy bug, I suppose. Either way, I don't know if all bugs are male or female. So there you go. That'd be interesting to know. I'm going to fluff my little bows, just each side, because it's almost like a bow tie now, and trim the tie that I put around. And I'm going to hot glue it right under his head, her head, whatever. I can't decide what it is because it's got both blue and pink. Anyway, it's so cute. You'll have to let me know what you think. I wish I had a bigger styrofoam ball for the head, but I still think it looks cute. Bugs aren't always in proportion. Let me know what you think. 4 of those little terracotta pots. They're 4 inches. Some succulents, a little plant hanger, and the little coconut basket thing. I don't know what that's called that you put inside the plant hanger. And those items are all from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the chain because I'm not going to be hanging this. And I'm literally going to put it over the top, like upside down basically. And I'm going to use some rope. I'm going to stab some holes around the outside where each of the little wires are. And I'm going to tie it on because I want to make it nice and secure. I didn't have like a really big needle and thread, so what I did was I just took the little scissors and I kind of pinched the end of the jute twine on that and I fed it through. So I was just careful not to cut it when I did that, and it worked really well actually. Using these little styrofoam balls that I got, I want to say at Walmart, they were like 6 for less than $2. I'm pretty sure it was Walmart. Anyway, I'm using my utility blade and I'm cutting it because I need to make a head and a tail. Yes, if you've guessed right, it's going to be a turtle topiary. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. So I'm just kind of figuring out what a turtle head would look like shape-wise. So I've got a little neck coming out and I'm hot gluing that on. And then I'm going to use some twine and using that wire on the plant holder thing, I'm just going to kind of secure it around because I'm not sure if the hot glue is really going to work enough, so I just want to make sure. So I'm also going to put hot glue under every little piece of that twine just to be extra careful. And then I'm going to get that other ball and I'm going to cut it and kind of make it look like a turtle head. Don't ask me what a turtle head's supposed to look like because I'm just guessing. Anyway, it kind of does look like one when I'm done. And I'm going to tie that one on as well with the jute twine, hot glue it, and then I'm going to work my way around to the tail and cut a narrower piece of the foam and do the same exact thing. I have some Spanish moss, a really large bag that I got at Walmart, and some tacky glue that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use that and just brush it all on the styrofoam head and tail and attach the Spanish moss. I'm also going to use some fabric adhesive spray to help the moss stay down because the tacky glue is only working directly on the styrofoam, but when I wanted to add more on top, I needed to do something extra. Now I really wanted it to be a bright green, but I didn't have that kind of moss. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the moss I have, and then I'm going to take some Waverly's color Fern, and I'm gonna turn it into green. See, you do what you can with what you have. And actually, it does turn out really good. So you just have to, it's a mess. That's the only thing. Using a small brush, and I'm just kind of like splattering it everywhere. And when I say that, I mean literally, it started getting on all kinds of things. If you notice, all of a sudden my paper got dirty, everything. Now I'm going to build up the inside because I need a place to put the feet, which those little terracotta pots are. And I'm using some shipping filler, like that was in a box, that surrounding equipment. And I just cut it to fit inside. And I'm using a lot of hot glue to secure it. But for the legs, I'm going to use a combination of E6000 and hot glue, making sure they don't touch each other, because I heard if you let the hot glue touch the E6000, it starts cooling off the hot glue too fast. So that's why I don't. And I'm holding it down, gluing it in place, and I'm actually going to do that with all 4 of the pots. And on the one that was slightly short, I'm putting some of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. Once the legs are on, I am poking holes through the top using a screwdriver, and I am attaching the succulent. And I think the turtle turned out really cute. You'll have to let me know what you think. I've never made anything like this. He's just adorable. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.